All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're exploring the incredible worldview of Arreqqana. It's a place where science, spirit, and who you are as a person, well, they're all basically the same thing. So just think about this for a second. What if your passport didn't say where you were born, but what your connection to the universe is? That one question, that's the key to understanding everything about Arreqqana.
And our way in, our key to unlocking this whole cosmology, is this amazing object right here, the Spirit Tech ID card. We're going to break this thing down piece by piece to see how it all works.
Okay, so first things first, let's look at the front of the card. This is where you immediately see how they redefine what it even means to be a person. It's not about a spot on a map, it's about your place in the universe.
Just look at this comparison. Where we have a nationality, they have a thread origin. Where we might have a zodiac sign, they've got a birth moon and flame. And get this, even a simple signature is replaced by a signature glyph. This is way more than just using different words. It's a totally different way of seeing yourself.
So what in the world is a thread origin? Well, it's your connection to the fundamental energy of a place. Someone from the coastal thread, they're all about fluidity. Someone from the mountain thread is about endurance. See, your identity isn't political, it's elemental. It's literally part of the world itself. Okay, but that raises a huge question, right? How can a place have an energy that defines you? The answer, and this is where it gets really cool, is in their unique take on physics. For them, the cosmos is alive, and it's singing. So the first big idea you gotta get your head around is something they call thread gravitation. At Arreqqana, gravity isn't just about mass pulling on mass. Nope. Every single planet, star, and moon gives off a unique vibrational frequency, a thread that pulls, pushes, and tangles with everything else. It's a science of spiritual connection. And here's where it stops being some abstract theory and actually shows up in people's lives. A cosmic event, like two moons crossing paths, isn't just something to look at through a telescope. It has a real, tangible effect, in this case, causing vivid dreams for anyone aligned with the wind thread. The second principle is just as mind-bending, harmonic orbit resonance. The idea here is that the universe isn't silent. The orbits of the planets and moons create a kind of symphony, sacred patterns of sound that can literally influence your mood and your inner thoughts. The cosmos is singing, and you can feel it. Now, this way of thinking doesn't just stop with physics. It weaves its way into everything, even mathematics. Remember that signature glyph on the ID card? It's not just some cool-looking symbol. It comes from a mathematical system where numbers actually have a soul. You know, for us, math is all about quantity, logic, getting the objective right answer. But in Arreqqana, their sacred math is about resonance and intention. Numbers aren't just for counting things. They're for understanding the why behind an action. You can see this in something as normal as a trip to the market. Their formulas don't just figure out a price. They calculate an offering value. And look at the variables. You've got blessing weight and intention magnitude. The actual spiritual energy of the trade is part of the math. Let that sink in for a second. The value of what you're offering is calculated by multiplying the blessing behind it by the strength of your intention. Your motivation isn't just a moral thing. In Arreqqana, it's a mathematical variable. All right, so that's the front of the card. Now let's flip this thing over, because if the front is about your place in the cosmos, the back is where they map out your soul. And here we find three absolutely core components of who you are. There's a resonance key, which is like a personal chant, your soul attributes, which is basically a three-word summary of your gifts, and maybe the most important part, your thread mission, a single sentence that defines your purpose in life. So this resonance key, it's like a spiritual password for your own soul. It's a little chant you use to get yourself back in alignment, to tune your personal energy back to your core identity, and connect with that cosmic song we were talking about. And then there's the thread mission. This isn't some vague goal. It's a crystal clear, powerful statement of purpose, to speak unspoken truths across time. Imagine having that kind of clarity. It anchors your entire life to a mission that's bigger than you are. So, you take the ID card, the physics, the math, you put it all together, and what do you get? You get this single powerful philosophy about where we all fit into the grand scheme of things. Now, this is a really, really important point. This whole system is not about fate being sealed. Your birth moon, your thread, these things aren't a rigid destiny that controls you.
Think of them more like cosmic currents that guide you, and it's up to you to navigate them. There's this quote from their sacred text that it nails it. The stars do not shine for prediction, they sing for remembrance. The cosmos isn't telling your fortune, it's reminding you who you are. And I love this last part. You are not ruled by them, you are breeded with them. You're a part of it all. Which really just leaves us with one final fascinating question to ask ourselves. If you had to boil down your life's purpose into one single sentence, if you had to write it on the back of your own cosmic ID card, what would your thread mission be?